There was like this very drunk woman outside my work, like no shoes. Her pants were like down.
This
It was
nerd.
wild.
This Ben Franklin looking
Yeah.
ass mother.
Fucking Ben, what are you doing here, bud? Don't you have somewhere else to be?
So Jesse, I feel like fate is intrinsically forever linked with like porn, right?
Okay, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a correlation.
Because like everything that they create, if you trace back its ancestry, it was porn.
Yeah, it's like the like what's that called? The Kevin Bacon effect. Like you can always trace, but it's not very hard for fake. It goes back like 2 generations. It's porn.
Do we have any more money? Oh, we've got loads of money.
No money.
Dude, don't remind me. Why did you do that?
I'll buy all of it. Hell yeah.
Well, you have some diet and soba too. But anyway,
Okay,
the most recent Type Moon visual novel, which has been getting a lot of attention recently because of the FGO collab, is notoriously, it's not eroge. It's not porn. It's just a visual novel with no porn.
Oh my god, they've like they've graduated. They've transcended.
Which, on one hand, I prefer that. I don't know if we talked about this, but like I think it's much better without the bad porn. Just like a good story.
Here, I'm gonna draw a line though. Here's my take. I don't want it to be straight porn like it was in the original visual novels. But in the what's it called? The Babylonia, when you see a lot of sexy women like flying in the sky with like bikinis on, I'm into that. Like,
okay, you want Ishtar ass shots still.
Yes. Yeah, basically. I want all the Ishtar ass shots. But it doesn't need to be a porn. Just like mild porn. Mild soft core.
So I thought I was with you. The thing about it is, though, even though I didn't like the porn, there is a bit of me that feels like, is it really a Type Moon work if there isn't a like awkward, uncomfortable porn?
Like press worms, yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean, it definitely gives it a little bit of spice.
But like, it's a spice that I don't want though. But I definitely noticed when it was missing.
But you don't want it, but you're like, it's like the my lie. It's like, oh, I don't want it, but like that sting, I need it.
Yeah,
that,
so it's like
bit of
I don't know what the right answer is.
Interesting. So wait, go back a minute. So they made a Fate Go like visual novel?
No. I'm talking about, they didn't make a Fate Go visual novel. One of their other visual novels just had a collaboration with Fate Go, which is why that visual novel is a lot more popular all of a sudden.
What does that mean, a collaboration?
Because Fate Go has a story, and it had like a story event chapter that involved the characters of that visual novel, and then you can summon those characters as servants, like they were added to the game.
Okay. Oh, I see.
So it's on all the news right now. All the people are talking about it.
It's in all the news.
All the news.
Hold on, I just pulled up CNN. Oh my god.
Hey Jesse, remember where I live for a moment? It's in all the news.
What? Japan has like anime in the news?
Yeah, Jesse, do you think, well, there is no news in Japan like that, but like I don't see people talking about like Palestine or Ukraine or anything like that. Japanese people don't care. What they do care about is fucking anime. If it does not involve anime or idols or like people making exaggerated like cooking reactions, it's not on TV. They don't care.
I forgot we were tracking down these little Dutch sailor boys.
These Dutch sailors. I just fucked you dudes up. That's cool.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. He's not even changed, it's just like him.
Mm-hmm. So he's another one of the rogue servants. Can you join
Man,
our
what a
team?
legend.
I wish he.
Yeah,
I will.
he's-
I will trade our saber in a heartbeat.
The Hound.
One of the coolest servants, who I feel like never gets done right. He's always done so dirty.
He's gonna get done dirty in this game too. There's no way he doesn't. He owes the mage.
はぐれのサーバントだな。
さてね。
Yeah, I think so.
I honestly had forgot. I remember he was in the intro that one time, and I had forgotten about him until now. Are we gonna fight this dude?
来るぞより。
Oh shit!
Don't gay bald me, bro.
It'll never work. It never does.
My noble phantasm hits your heart every time, no matter what, except for all the times it doesn't.
What's your magic resistance skill? Because if it's too high, oh, it's a saber, so it's probably pretty high.
むしろ敵だぞ。あれはどうやら。
We're not.
Isn't there like some? There's like some nonsense, some like anime logic nonsense that has to do with it, right? Like it's like if it hits your heart theoretically or some like abstract bullshit. Like, isn't it something like that?
With when it doesn't work against saber in the beginning, because there's always a different reason.
Yeah, I don't remember. They like make it like some big exclamation, like, "Oh, like it would have hit, but I believed hard enough that it wouldn't hit, so it didn't," or something like that.
With Saber, I think it was just bullshit with how like it didn't work because her magic resistance is too high. So like it happened, but not in this reality because like the curse didn't take effect. With why it doesn't work on Archer when he uses the big shield, I have no explanation other than like because Archer's just too badass.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy though that he basically fights Archer to a standstill to a point, which is like, I mean, pretty powerful.
Maybe, but Archer wasn't using his Noble Phantasm that whole fight, so it wasn't quite fair.
Yeah, I mean, he never uses Noble Phantasm.
But like
the only time you ever see him use his Noble Phantasm is when he fights Shiro. Oh shit, like, whatever. If you're fucking watching this, you've seen Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works.
He uses it when he fights Berserker, too.
I guess we spoiled who this is, too, I guess.
It's Ku. It's Ku-Kulin. It's the Child of Light, the Hound of Ireland. Anyone who doesn't know that can go do one.
Ireland's only hero of renown.
Can we talk about how he's fucking me up though? Can Saber do something about this?
Wait a second. Except for St. Patrick, like he might know St. Patrick. Like, oh, come with the morning to you.
I like how you refer to him as Ireland's only hero of any renown, just completely doing Fate Zero Lancer dirty.
Oh yeah,
like
Darumon
can only take L's, even here.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm not attracted to his mole. He can't get me. That whole storyline of Fate Zero, every time I watch it, I'm just so sad. It just makes me sad. Like he's just trying to like get his honor back, his honor. And he can't help. He should just wear like a little band-aid over his mole or something like that. Because the girl wants to fuck him, and then she does some bad things, and
no one can trust him because of his bad history. It's like the dude just wants to be like a loyal soldier.
He just wants to die with honor, and then he dies in the most dishonorable way possible.
He fucked up our combo.
It's so fucking metal, though. It's so metal, though. Kiritosu is so fucking metal. The most metal mage out there.
Pretty metal.
Hey, I'm gonna kill your girlfriend unless you command him. Or was it who had control of it? Was it the girl or Kenneth?
Kenneth had the one seal he got from the priest.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'm gonna kill your girlfriend who doesn't even like you. She wants to cuck you with your fucking servant, but I'll kill her anyway unless you fucking tell him to kill himself. And then he just does them all dirty at the same time.
That's how you have to do it. It's the only way if you want to save this world, Jesse.
That's another one of those things. Like, I know it's probably there's some reason, but he's having an affair with that girl, the one who's his assassin helper #1. Like, what's up with that? Why is that even like relevant? Like, I get that he wants to distance himself from his wife because he feels bad, but like, is that really relevant to the plot at all?
No, not really. I think that's one of those scenes that in the anime it doesn't really mean anything and it just comes off as kind of weird and out of nowhere. And they don't. I think the problem is the anime doesn't really expand on Maya at all or why she's doing anything she's doing. So it's just kind of an odd situation.
It is, and it makes you kind of like for people who don't like know Kirisu and his whole shit. Like, it kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth about him. You're like, why is he doing this? Like, like, what the fuck? When he in reality, like, he's our fucking protagonist.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to know he's the protagonist in the first half of the story.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Whoa! How are you faring against the Child Light? Are you doing okay?
No, not really. Thanks.
I mean, theoretically, like, we should be such a good, like every other servant out there is like fighting us like 1v1, but like it's like, if you want to fight my saber, you have to fight me first. That's pretty wild. Dude, this episode's like the fate like relationship cast, or like fate, I don't know, things we don't like about fate. Maybe that, I don't know, like, how do we want to go with it?
What else don't you like about like Fate or Tight Moon in general? I'll tell you what I don't like about Tight Moon. Is that Garden of Sinners is arguably like the coolest thing, but they treat that as kind of like, well, that didn't actually happen, that's just like the prototype of all the other less cool like Titan stuff.
I've watched this, right?
I don't know.
I definitely remember watching this with you. Like, at least the first, is it like a movie? Like a series of movies?
It's a series of movies, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we watched these, but I couldn't tell you a single thing that happens in it. Is that the one where you get, this guy, Ku's master from the 1 series? Is that the same girl?
Bizette is not in Garden of Sinners.
Oh, okay. That's the other one. That's all.
She's in Prilia, if that's what you're talking about.
No. Maybe? I don't know. There's the other visual novel that I never played.
Atraxia?
Yeah, that's not right.
Bizette is like the main character of Atraxia, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's Fate though, the one thing you're...
No. Garden of Sinners is the first thing that Tight Moon made. And so
is it about vampires?
There are true ancestors in it, the same way that they're in other Fate stuff, but it's not about vampires, no.
I remember... I don't know.
Garden of Sinners, I mean, Shiki is the main character, and she's the one who can, like, see the lines, where if she cuts the line, the person is killed, and, like, or anything gets destroyed. And I have no way of knowing if you've ever seen it.
You know what I think it was? You told me to watch it, and, like, I couldn't find a good version of it online or something. And I remember watching the beginning scene. Like, is there, like, a parking lot in the beginning scene or something like that?
She's in a parking garage.
Yeah, that's it.
Literally like the first scene.
Yeah, I remember watching the parking garage like 5 times because I was trying to find a good copy of it to watch, and I couldn't. Like, there was something wrong with all of them, and so I ended up just like stopping. Musical note. That was like a persona, like we just upped our fucking charisma from just looking at this man.
Yeah, with one shot.
これこそが戦う。
なんだおい。随分と兄ちゃんだってそれなりに検討したろ。
Dude, he's such a bro. Can you join our team?
アグレの霊気じゃあるが、俺と打ち合ったんだ。
そういえばはぐれだったか。
Man, they give him some like extra hair in the front to like make him look even sexier.
正直なところ、お前らを見くびって。
He's got like 4 little hairs in the front instead of just a couple.
どうせ大したことはねえってな。
それについては
そうだな。まあいいさ。
We were just chasing your Dutch sailors.
Well, they're not related to him. He didn't know who those fools were.
おかげで体がなまる。そこにお前らだ。
そうかそうか。
Oh wait, I thought they worked for his master. Or the maid.
No, it was just a coincidence that they came here.
もう一遍どうだ。
宣告とは。
もちろん、ただでなんて虫のいいことは言わねえ。お前らが俺に勝てたら、俺の新名を
I already know.
I already know, fool. Too late.
でもって、お前らの義の勝利に全面的に力を貸してやる。
It means nothing though, Dan. It means nothing.
Jesse, but I know for a fact through the powers of what this game can do that you can use the rogue servants.
Okay.
I feel like that has to be the case. You can play as them. So that, what else could that
お
mean?
前の新名を明かせ。
どうする？
ああ。強き英霊の助力
Oh
は。
wait, if it's something that's just happening automatically, it probably won't be that easy to just like let us have them. How many hoops are you gonna make me jump through, game?
そんじゃ早速、そっちには生身のマスターがいるんだ。万全の準備を。だが条件がある。俺と、そうだな。準備が整うまでの間、お前らの
いずれ勝負をするときも
構わないが。
言ったろ？体が。
そうか。
He's just throwing.
But I think this is like the tutorial servant to let you change. Maybe after this, that'll open it up and we can actually start getting others.
Man, you're so optimistic about this.
Because I want it to happen, Jesse.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry for all the people who really love this saber out there, but they just have not grown on me.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Him.
Do people like her?
I don't know.
You just assume. I mean, somebody likes everybody. Like somebody out there has like.
Jesse.
Oh, okay, cool. How does it work though?
No idea.
We're still gonna have to look at her. There's no way we can just like.
Oh no, I think this will only apply to battles.
Nice. Man, why can't we get Fox Girl? I want Fox.
No, but Jesse, my point is, I think now we can. But this was like the first one that they make you do.
We also beat fucking what's his face too. I want him. Get them all in.
Where we need to go? Here?
Don't ask me, Dan. You could just Dan, you just kind of like you could go anywhere in this game and I'd just be sitting here like, all right, this is the story. We're just doing this now. My moment-to-moment comprehension is like an all-time low.
Fucking chasing these sailors to the ends of the earth.
Man, a modern port, like what did they have back in her day? Like some fucking dugout canoes? Like what? When is she even from?
Pre-Heian Japan, I would guess. What?
Are you looking for like the Lancer tab?
Yeah,
is that
I want the
what you were
Lancer
looking
tab,
for?
but it's not there. How do we make Lancer happen?
Sakura?
The other day, this was actually about a month ago, and Sakura were still blooming. You see a lot of parents who are like taking pictures of their kids in front of it. That looks like a gang of people up to no good.
Making trouble in this neighborhood.
I'm not seeing a saber. I'm not seeing a Lancer option here, fellas.
I need to like Google this.
But I saw one where it was this kid who was in like a fancy like princess style dress with like perfectly like platinum blonde hair, and it was so weird getting their picture taken. It was like this whole setup. They're blocking off like half the street.
What? Was it Ilya? Was it like the Queen of Norway?
Yeah, it's what it looked like.
That's wild.
It was quite strange.
Did you ask for an autograph or something?
No, I was just kind of like trying to get away from this as fast as I could.
I guess you'll never know.
Just like how I'll never know how it said he can help us in battle, but what does that mean?
Now, you said the sakura was blooming a month ago, but in Fate, sakura is always blooming, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
She's a blooming onion. If you had a choice between sakura or blooming onion, like which do you choose?
I would choose a blooming onion.
Every time.
Yeah, I actively don't want a Sakura.
Don't stick your dick in.
Unless, can it be like any Sakura face-based character, or does it have to be like the Sakura Mato?
Like, I'm just trying to think, like, what are the other options? Like other than like the Grail.
All of the ones
version.
from like the moon. All the ones from like Fate games and things that you didn't play. But there's a lot of characters that look just like Sakura but aren't Sakura.
I see.
And
like Ishtar.
Yes, like, but even more for Sakura than there are for Rin, if you can believe it.
I can't believe it.
There are significantly more. So,
man, oh, go ahead.
But those count, is what I'm asking.
Oh, I mean, no, just base Sakura, base blooming onion. You don't get like
blooming onion for sure then.
I'm trying to make it so like you'll pick Sakura. I'm trying to think like, what if you knew that the blooming onion would give you digestion problems?
I just won't eat it, but I'll still take it and throw it away.
You have to eat it.
I don't. I probably still.
You have to eat it while Sakura's watching you.
No. How bad are the problems gonna be? Like, how sick am I gonna get?
She's doing the scary face too.
But like, I'll take that, I think. Why do we have to deal with this bureaucracy?
Dude, it's always bureaucracy, man. Something weird happened to me today. There was like
Sakura?
it was a crazy woman. There was like this very drunk woman outside my work, like no shoes, her pants were like down.
This fucking
it was
nerd.
wild.
This Ben Franklin looking ass motherfucker.
Fucking Ben, what are you doing here, bud? Don't you have somewhere else to be? She was like really drunk or high or something. And I just wanted to help her figure out like if she needed help with something. So I like let her charge her phone and stuff, and I was like trying to figure out if she could like call somebody. And like eventually we got like her mom to come pick her up. She was very drunk and just like nuts. But then she fucking stole my phone charger. I was like, what the fuck? The mom came in afterwards and she was like asking me questions. She like tried to give me money and stuff. I'm like, I don't want your money. But then I realized after they had already left, she fucking stole my phone charger. No good deed goes unpunished, damn.
Mm-hmm. That's what have you learned a lesson from this?
I did.
What would Ben Franklin have done?
Ben Franklin was a fucking creepy motherfucker. He probably would have just like...
I don't think he was creepy. I think he just liked to have a good time.
Well...
That doesn't make you a creep if you just love to fuck. Like, he was just out there, like, he was a freak in the sheets. But, like, yeah, I don't think he was being creepy.
Allegedly. I do agree with him. There's that one like big like article between him, that argument between him and John Adams about keeping the window open. And like I agree with Ben Franklin, like keep the fucking window open, John. Like what's your issue? It's fucking hot. It's 1776. Like you can't fucking have your window closed when it's hot out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Nobody fucking liked John Adams either.
No, no one did. I thought you were gonna talk about. I thought you were gonna say I agree with him that like you should just have sex with like young women, old women, like everyone. All women deserve to get fucked by the Ben.
An apple a day is like, that's a euphemism. Like an apple is like a fine woman.
But even the unfine women, I think he was down to clown. Like just any woman.
I mean, women are like apples. Like some of them are perfect and ripe and like, you know, have a good exterior that's crunchy. And some of them have little spongy spots and maybe even a worm.
And I'll fuck them all the same.
All apples.
I'll fuck any apple you bring my way. It's what Ben Franklin always said.
I've lost the thread on this one.
There is no thread. Ben Franklin loved apples and he loved the fuck.
Speaking of Ben Franklin, I got I bought a bottle of Madeira just because like I know that's what our forefathers loved to drink. So I saw it when I was out like at a liquor store out of state, obviously, where the good liquor stores are. And I saw a bottle of Madeira and I'm like, hell yeah. And it's actually pretty. What the fuck is happening now?
Dude, if you haven't been paying attention, I can't be bothered to explain every little thing to you.
You have to. This is wild. It's getting weird here.
We got a new technique, bitches.
Yeah, it looked cool too.
What do we replace? Raindrops. Okay. Savage Downpour, is that the new one? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like super attack, sonic attack.
Praise be.
Praise be our Lord and Savior, Sonic Christ.
It's never been so hard to get Ben Franklin to let you into port. That's not a euphemism.
What is happening here? You have to tell me what's happening, Dan. This is getting wild. What did Ben want us to do?
Oh, we've learned another technique.
Whoa! Why is he giving us these?
I guess Waterfall will replace with the Vortex Slash.
Oh, I like the Waterfall though.
Oh, like yeah. Do you want to get rid of this?
No, it's probably cool. Whooshing?
I'll whoosh you a good one.
Ben Franklin loves a good whoosh.
Yeah, he very did. What kind of servant would Ben Franklin be? A caster?
Is like... He's like Silver Fox, a class. Like a...
I don't think he wasn't... I don't think he was a Silver Fox, though, because he was, like, not a good-looking dude.
Oh, I see. Him and Rasputin would have gotten along. Just like, yeah.
Only in that regard, though. They both loved a good fuck, but...
Yeah, they both like to drink and they like to fuck. Like, what else? What else would they disagree on?
Probably the part where Ben Franklin really believed in like science and figuring out more science, and Rasputin believed that he was a magic mystic who cured people through the power of God. I think
wizards use science.
I think they probably would not agree too much on that front.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know that I don't actually know this, but I know that Rasputin has to be a servant. There's no way he isn't. So I'm not even gonna like bother like asking about it because there's no way he isn't.
He is a servant.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. He knew he had to be. And does he look fucking cool? Does he look like sick?
Do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah.
I don't know. You might be disappointed in this. Rasputin is a servant, but he is a pseudo-servant like Ishtar, and he's summoned into the body of Kire.
What? I am so disappointed now. It just looks like Kira.
It's Kira, yeah.
He just says like, "Rejoice, I'm here to fuck," or something like that.
His personality is actually a lot more Kira than it is Rasputin.
Man, I am super disappointed. I wish you hadn't told me that. Because, like, they could have literally just taken the Disney version and done that, and that's fucking cool enough. Like, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, they didn't, though.
In the dark of the night, evil will find her. Find her. You ever think about, like, what people would think if you showed them, like, fictional property of the future? Like, if I had a time machine, yeah, and I went back and showed Rasputin, like, hey, this is what they're gonna do with the likeness of you. He'd probably like it, I think.
Yeah, because anything that makes him seem more mystical and more human, or more less human, he'd probably love. That was his whole thing.
You'd probably lean into it. Oh my god, Dan, I know what I would do if I had a time machine. I wouldn't bring Chick-fil-A to like the medieval kings and queens. I would bring, this was a real thing. You know how in the movie he had that like little jar of souls, that little like thing of souls that he kept on his belt?
Mm-hmm.
That his little demons came out of? I had one of those when I was younger, and it like lit up and made spooky noises. I would just bring him that, like IRL, and he would like he would go to the Tsar and the Tsaress, or what's the name of the queen?
Tsarina.
The Tsarina, and he'd just pull that out, and it'd be like, and he'd like glow green, and they'd be like, oh shit, he's on the next level. And then his Mysterium would grow.
The problem, Jesse, and we've never talked about this because it's kind of like whenever you have a kid, like you want to let them dream. In the actual history, the real man Rasputin was not nearly as mystical as we make him out to be today. Nor did...
Yeah, but he would lean into it.
I know, but I'm saying, like, Tsar Nicholas did not even entertain for a moment that he had any kind of, like, mystic or interesting powers.
Well, you say that, but he did stop the bleeding, right? Like, that was the whole thing. That was the only thing that gave him any sort of, like, power over the family, right?
But it gave him...
stop the bleeding.
That impressed some members because he knew to stop giving the kid aspirin. But they didn't believe... Again... They didn't believe it's because he was magic. Tsar Nicholas was just kind of like, yeah, he did that thing once. So he just let him kind of hang around, but no one liked him, and no one actually believed that he was a magic man. They just kind of humored him.
I don't like this. This sounds too much like Ben Franklin talk.
Yeah, that's why I just kind of let you have this, like, this guy in your head. But I'm warning you that when you do get your time machine and you go back to do all this, be prepared for a little bit of disappointment.
Yeah, but you'll read the history books and it'll turn out he was a magic wizard that had a little vial that made noises and glowed. Like, that's the new history. I'm rewriting history.
The other problem is, Jesse, you're going to have to go back farther for a little vial that hums and glows to impress people, because they did have lights back then. Like, electricity exists, you know.
Not like that.
I know, but Jesse, they would see that. This was less than 100 years ago. They would think, we don't know how this light works because it's so small, or how the speakers are so small, but they would know what it was. They wouldn't be like, must be magic. They'd be like, oh, that's a cool little machine you made. How did you do it? Not, what kind of soul jar is this?
Listen, in the comments, let us know, are you a Rasputin man or are you a Ben Franklin man? We need to draw the line
I'm just pointing out that your plan here is a little bit short-sighted.
No, that just sounds like something Ben Franklin would say. He'd fucking look at it and be like, oh, I do inventions. Like, well, what is this little invention?
If you
Whereas
say that,
your common Russian peasant would look at it and go, oh my god, mein Gott, what is
I'm
this?
sorry, Jesse, are you trying to tell me that Ben Franklin, a man alive in the 1700s, understood technology and electricity and lights. Things that hadn't been invented yet. Better
than your average present. Yes,
better
I am saying.
than a Russian who... Jesse, these Russians peasants, they were still alive in the night. This is still like the 1900s. They still they still use electricity.
Not on a wide scale though.
They are aware that these things exist. How far back do you think this is? It's World War I, my friend.
Being aware something exists. Okay, it's like pre-World War I, a little bit before. That's what I'm shooting for. Like 1904. Let's say 1904. They are aware of this, but being aware of something and seeing it are completely
But Jesse, they would see it and say, "Oh, those are those lights I've heard of." They know they exist. They're not going to be like, "This is magic." They know electricity is real.
I'll get them a smoke machine too.
These are all things you have to go back further to impress them.
No, I'm not buying it. Everybody, this is the debate. Are you a Ben Franklin man or are you a Rasputin?
This isn't an issue of debate. This is an issue of like, you're gonna have to go back farther. It's insanity.
We've stood here talking about this for too long.
I know, because I've been waiting to send you a servant, but you keep talking about this ridiculous plan.
Okay. Can you send me a picture of Rasputin too, just so I can?
Fuck me, I'll get you one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're off the pirates. We did pirates.
And
it was like, I think I got like 50%. Yeah, I was like 50%.
It was decent. What class is he? Alter ego. There we go.
That's not a class.
I mean, what? You want me to send this to you, but it's just Kira. It's Kira.
Yeah, I need to manifest my disappointment.
Okay.
In real life. It will only drive me to go back and make my dreams a reality. Oh yeah, that's fucking lame. He's not even doing the hand thing, like the hand thing against the head. He doesn't even have a beard. Fuck this. Fuck you. I add that to the fucking list of fucking Type Moon fuck-ups. Yeah, that's a dog shit. I'm not happy with it. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's Kira.
It sucks.
But like, I'm sorry, why did you make me do that? Like, did you think I was lying to you?
No, I thought it's actually way worse than I thought it was, so I'm glad that you did do it. I was at least imagining maybe a beard or something.
But that wouldn't be Kira. I'm gonna disappoint you even more, Jesse. This is not like a Rin situation where it just looked like Rin, but it was Ishtar on the inside. Through this, Kira is just too much of a badass and basically just like kills off Rasputin essentially, and just hijacks his power. And it's just Kira with the power of a servant.
Man, I wish I knew what Ishtar's insides look like.
So there is
Am I right, boys?
There is no Rasputin servant, and there never will be.
Yeah, that's dog shit. They could have done so much better. Holy shit, this guy looks cool. Is this a guy or a girl? I think it's a guy. That's a dude.
Now,
this is a fucking holy crusader.
Are those American clouds?
Definitely not. This is European. This is fucking English as fuck. This is I'm just going gut reaction here. I'm not even, because we've wasted too much time. Gut reaction, that's St. George. He's off to slay a fucking dragon.
Yeah, you're right. I thought you'd get this one quick, and that's why I picked it. That's St. George, the patron saint of England.
And they did a good job with it. That's what I expect. When I think St. George, this is the dude I want to see killing dragons.
Yeah, he looks like a St. George.
Yeah, 100%. Do better next time, Type Moon. Do it more like this and less like Rasputin.